hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip
Bars is back.
hip hop,
Sam
hip
Ant.
hop,
Oh God.
hop,
What's
hip
up with you?
hop.
I done watched them niggas do interview after interview. They not culture vultures, the culture something they been into. So if you never gave them a view, I recommend you do. Cause when they question guests, they message is not subliminal. It don't matter if you
I
a
don't know. My last question will be for you, Willie D. Is Akon. I don't know if you heard his statement, what he said on DJ Vlad's couch about slavery. He put he said that Black Americans will benefit letting go of the past trauma of slavery. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, you know, before like recently, you know, man, I really never had an opinion on Akon because I really never heard him speak about political issues or social issues and stuff. You know, I would just knew he made good music and, you know, he did some stuff in Africa. But the more that I listening to dude, you know, that Akon, I feel like he got us with that name off top because I feel like he's a con. Anytime somebody say let go slavery, let it go. Just let it go. It immediately make me not trust that person. It don't matter what complexion that person is. It makes me not trust him. But let's go a little deeper. Akon said, let go slavery because Akon, number one, although he was born, I believe in St. Louis, he was born to two African parents. So his roots don't go as deep as ours. He still was able to travel back and forth to Africa in his young years. He moved back there and he stayed there a while. And so he's always been able to travel back and forth. All of his people are in Africa, or at least most of his people are in Africa. His roots, his heritage, everything about his culture is in Africa. So we have to understand, like when he says something like that, the history of Africa and slavery. There were Africans who also sold human beings into slavery. So just like white people in America don't want us talking about slavery because it'll bring up, you know, it'll reopen an old wound. You know, it draws criticism to their ancestors and the benefits and privileges that they enjoy today. It is the same way with Africans. They don't want to be reminded of slavery because they had a hand in that shit. So of course, if I went out and, you know, hit a motherfucker in the head and took his money, I don't need you saying, yeah, man, but you know, you wouldn't have that car, you know, if you ain't hit that dude in the head and took that money. You know, you wouldn't be living in that house, that nice house like that. You wouldn't have hit that guy in the head and took his money. I don't need you bringing up my old shit, man. Yeah. So that's what it is with him, with the Africans who talking about we done forgot about slavery for most part, and we don't think about it like that. But also, the place that he live in, the Africans, for the most part, they rule, they govern themselves. We're under an oppressive regimen, an oppressive regime. We're under the same people who colonialized us, right? The same people who colonized us. We're under the same people. We're under the same regimen, you know. So they don't have to deal with slavery, the remnants of slavery every day, because they are their own police officers and they run the permits departments and they run the judicial system and all of that shit, law enforcement. They run it. So they're not being attacked to this day because of what happened 400 years ago. We are. We feel that shit every day. We walk out of the house, we feel it every day. We walk out of our door, man, and we gotta walk on eggshells, and in our own neighborhood, because we gotta make sure we don't look too suspicious or out of place in our own neighborhood. I saw a black guy get harassed by the police the other day on a video. He was stepping outside. He was walking around the side of his own house. Some people had just cut his yard and they had drove off. The police officer walks up to him and say, "Hey, do you live here? Let me see an ID." Like, where else? Who else did they do that to? So they're not having those experiences in Africa. They're not having experiences where the police are gunning them down, and they're not getting their clubs shut down and shut down because they're black. They govern themselves. We have maybe 4% of black people, or 2% of black people are in government positions, or in governing positions, about 2%. So for the most part, we're governed by people who don't look like us and who benefit from our privilege. So he can't say shit like that and have credibility. If you claim to love black people and you really care about our plight, ride with the collective voice. We're not all going to be on the same page, but when there's a people that have been wronged, you don't come in and act like you know every damn thing and start running your mouth and flapping, talking shit just because you got a little money or whatever, position or whatever. You find out what the people who have been wronged want collectively, and you do what you can to assist.